surprisingly non-gimmicky and actually useful.
Feels proper sci-fi.
Genuinely pretty cool.
Shockingly advanced.
Welcome back to Re-Review, where we watch all the reviews so you don't have to. Today we're looking at the device that might just be a glimpse into a post-smartphone world, the Mwta Ray-Ban display glasses. First, let's talk about what you're actually putting on your face.
And these glasses sport a taller, more squared-off shape versus the original Mwta Ray-Ban glasses. They come in shiny black or shiny sand colours, and they also support transition lenses, so you can have them slapped on your mug day or night.
How damn comfortable the thing is, considering all the tech that's going on inside. It is a little chunkier than a normal pair of Ray-Ban Metas. You can tell the difference, but at the same time, this is no VR headset. It weighs 69 grams.
That's compared to the 50 grams of the Ray-Ban Metas and 45 grams of your standard Wayfarer sunglasses. I could just feel that they were heavier. But the biggest difference is actually the hinge system.
That mean they have some give when you're putting them on. I was wearing these for an hour and a half straight, and I forgot.
The hinge system on the Mwta Ray-Ban displays, completely different. It's actually further down along the arm, and it doesn't just fold this way, it actually bows outward, which I think is going to be one of the best attributes to these glasses.
Beyond just the glasses, there's the charging case.
The charging case is also pure genius. It can either hold the glasses inside, or you take them out and it folds down flat in like 2 seconds, and still has enough room for 4 more charges of battery. This did not get enough attention for how awesome it was.
The standout feature is, of course, the display. How does it actually look and feel?
This is basically what we've been waiting for from smart glasses for, I don't know, since Google Glass dropped a decade ago. The display is actually quite bright. It gets up to 5,000 nits and it is full color.
It's a monocular single eye display. It's full color. They tell me it's 600 pixels by 600 pixels and across a 20-degree field of view. With that pixel density combined, they say it's about 42 pixels per inch.
It's a very high pixel density, so it looks nice and rich, and it shows apps and other things to scroll through. But from the outside, you can't see that there's a display at all.
When I pull something up on the display in these, it's basically invisible to the outside world. The light leak is nearly completely gone.
But that invisibility has its own social quirks.
I had my colleague Jay in the demo with me. We were staring at each other. He could not tell that there was a display I was looking at, though he could tell I was not fully present and looking at a display. So we'll see what that does to society.
Controlling this display isn't done by tapping the glasses, but with a whole new device, the neural band.
Now, the neural wristband using SEMG, it uses electromyography. It's sensing neural impulses in the motor neurons in your wrist. And it can register things like taps, little thumb swipes. It can register turning. And it's really impressive.
The thing I was just so surprised by when using this is both how mindless those gestures started to feel about an hour in. I'd say once I got used to it, it was 97% of the time doing exactly what I wanted it to without me even really needing to think about it.
The controls felt so intuitive, and I did try it. Like I said, I tried it with having my hand to my side where it wasn't in front of me, and you was able to pick it up perfectly fine.
One of the most talked about features was handwriting recognition.
It's an actual feature, and it's maybe the most reliable, quickest method of text input that I've tried with these. It's absolutely insane. I was writing whole sentences first try quickly with no errors. It was nuts.
So, with a display and a new control method, what can you actually do?
You can actually see the viewfinder of the camera now, so you can be very sure of exactly what you're capturing, and you can review pictures and videos after you've taken them. That's also pretty useful.
My favorite feature of taking photos and videos in these glasses were actually the zooming feature. It is so sleek. You pretend to be turning a knob. So you just turn the knob to the left to zoom out, and then turn to the right to zoom in.
WhatsApp. This is something that I've never gotten used to using on my watch or really anything but my phone. But different ballgame with the glasses. First of all, this display now means it's pretty easy to read most messages in full once you've clicked into them, and you can open links. So I was catching up with a reel that someone sent me, and it was actually very watchable. And the dictation, I guess because you have 5 microphones strapped to your face, is phenomenally good. Like much better than when you try to use a phone, and definitely better than using a watch.
And it goes beyond simple messaging and photos.
These will also give you a heads-up display for directions. When you turn, the directional arrow actually turns with you. So it's like when you're looking at directions on your phone and you can see which direction you're pointing at. That happens as well in the display.
Or even show a transcription of what the person stood directly in front of you is saying. It can even apparently translate them in real time if they're speaking some foreign lingo. I got the chance to try out that transcription shenanigans in my demo, and it worked impressively well, clearly registering exactly what the person was saying stood directly in front of me, even when there were other conversations going on in the room.
But it's not a perfect product. There are significant drawbacks to consider.
Everything they showed me was first party. This is not an app store launch. They're not launching these as a developer kit for people to create all sorts of HUD applications.
Like messaging with your friends, that's WhatsApp. Video calls on the glasses, that's also WhatsApp. That's not Google Maps. It's their own mapping service, which I can guarantee won't have the best real-time traffic info or ratings like Google Maps has.
It's not a super slick UI. Like, it doesn't feel cheap, but it's also not a 60 frame per second, super well animated smartphone quality interface.
And what was not there that I really wanted was that kind of lock screen with widgets information at a glance. I want the ability to double tap my middle finger and have the time, the battery life left on the glasses, some real-time information like stocks or sports scores.
And then there's a social aspect.
You're talking to someone who's maybe wearing some glasses like this, and every once in a while they just kind of glance down and to the right a little bit while they're talking to you, and it's subtle, but you don't know if they're actually paying attention to you or not.
And supporting the needs of different eyes.
Also, it can't be for everyone because it's only set for prescriptions up to -4, which means it won't work right now with my own eyes.
Finally, let's talk price and who these are actually for.
They're pricey at $799 and launching on September 30 in the US. Release date and pricing are yet to be confirmed for UK and European customers, but it's expected to be early 2026.
Price point is $799 for both the glasses and the band, which is actually not that bad. That's a very affordable price point, so I was pretty impressed.
I don't actually think that this particular product is going to be worth buying for most people. I mean, it's $800. I think really the Ray-Ban displays are just Meta trying to get something out into the market before Apple makes a more affordable vision product to start normalizing the idea of smart glasses, but
you won't be able to buy them online. They're an in-store purchase only and a limited release. So if you really fancy some on your face, you'll have to get your ass off the sofa, get yourself down the shops pronto.
So what's the consensus on Mwta Ray-Ban Display? The technology is undeniably impressive. For the first time, we have smart glasses with a bright function display that's nearly invisible to others, paired with an intuitive and discrete neural band for control. Features like live captions, turn-by-turn navigation, and a camera viewfinder in the eye feel like a genuine step in the future. However, this is very much a first-generation product. The ecosystem is closed, relying almost entirely on Meta's own apps, which are not always best in class. The single-eye display can be strange for some, the design is still a bit bulky, and the social awkwardness of looking at the screen only you can see is a real hurdle. For early adopters and tech enthusiasts who want to live on a cutting edge and are willing to pay the premium, these are a fascinating and surprisingly functional piece of kit. They offer a compelling glimpse of what's next. For the average person, the $800 price tag, limited app ecosystem, and potential social friction likely makes this product to watch from the sidelines. It's an exciting development, but probably not the device that will replace your smartphone today. Thanks very much for watching. Please find links to full videos down below and come back for more re-reviews where we watch all the reviews so you don't have to.